Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. We are going live for a hobby hangout. Going to be doing a few hours tonight. We're finally getting back on track where this can start to be a regular thing on the channel again. I do apologize for the delays in getting them back up and running on the regular. For those who follow and are in the Discord, you know I've been rather unwell, back to back sick. So one sickness after another has just completely killed hobby hangouts. But we're back. We're hoping to get back to doing multiple of these a week. I'm going to be doing some painting tonight and chatting wargaming. I got the Tyranids here from Leviathan to get some work done on. And I got a couple of Elder Scrolls minis I'm going to paint up because I've been really enjoying my Elder Scrolls stuff lately. For Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. So that'll be something. But yeah, so with that said, if you're joining us, let us know where you're joining us from. Let us know what you're hobbying on. Just going to work on these to go first on the Tyranids. But they're mostly just going to be putting a wash down on the stuff on their bases. Kieran, you've Bavarian. I remember that name. Yeah, it has been a bit of a while. Unfortunate part of being sick, but we are back at it nonetheless. So we're going to be putting down some wash on just the stuff on the basing. And then I'll probably finish that off tomorrow. But in the meantime, tonight I've got some cool Elder Scrolls minis once these are done. For a couple of the cool characters, I've got the one of the Dragonborn here. I got Pantia Atalia. Want to get her built and painted. A couple of the other characters as well. Got Janessa and Mjol the Lioness will be really cool to take as well. But with that, we are looking for some Agrax Earthshade in my pile of paints. Yeah, not too bad. Like, besides, it's not really illness. It's been like really like energy sapping illness. So it's been like we had the flu and actually got pneumonia late last year. I've just had a cold and a flu and just been. Yeah, kids have started kindy this year, or like preschool, and that has brought diseases home every other day. That place is a cesspool of disease. And all my mates that have kids older than mine that have already been through it, have all told me the same thing. It is just that first year of kindy while the kids are picking up and playing with absolutely everything, you're going to get sick all the time. And so we are just slapping down some wash on this. But yeah, getting some nids done. Be a nice little addition. This is all I've got left from Leviathan. I've already finished the Space Marines. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, it's just been this year. It's just been like we've been sick so often because they've come home with some. Like we've already had hand, foot, and mouth got picked up from kindy. We got flu picked up from kindy. And then late last year there was this, which really bugged me. Just after the Hobart GT I went to, we all got RSV, which is like a respiratory virus, and we all got that, which had been going around like Australia for a bit, and yeah, that completely destroyed us. And so yeah, it's just getting a wash now on all these bases, on all the sort of ground bits. Yeah, well, luckily we didn't have it. The kids both had it. They weren't particular fans of it, and so been through that one already. But yeah, so that's been my life this year. Just the kids starting kindy. Life's got a little bit hectic with all of that. But yeah, as you've probably seen the past week, like we're really back up and running on the channel, which has been great. Good to really get back to it. What I like the amount of content we were putting out. We've got the 3 videos a day coming out now. We've at least a bat wrap a day coming out. Yeah, we're going through a really cold period. What is this? Oh, that is my. I was like, what is this thing? And I'm like, oh, it's the light I've got shown sticking out. I'm like, it looks completely different. Yeah, it's been unreasonably cold here in Australia. I know it's probably nothing compared to like what you guys get in the UK, but it's certainly been cold for us here. We've had, I can't remember the last day over like 18, which is cold here for us. Yeah, when it's consistently 25 to 30 most of the time, and all of a sudden you're like at 12 on the regular, it's a bit of a shock. Enough about me. What hobby has everyone been working on? Are you getting some new stuff done for new 40k? Have you been looking at the new GHB for Age of Sigma? Is another game taking your fancy? Oh yeah, I don't get too much of that here. Like we don't get a lot of rain and heat in where I am in South Australia. That's more like Queensland and Northern Territory that get a lot of that. Generally here it's like really rather dry. Like our summers will be hot, but they won't be like muggy or anything like that. So they can be quite draining, but they're not wet, which is a good thing. Our summers will regularly be like, oh nice, let's have a model for your wife. Oh nice, tabletop Shadowrun, nice. I do enjoy it. I have been really enjoying this year getting into other miniature games more. We've obviously picked up Bot War on the channel quite regularly. We're doing a lot more Moonstone now. Elder Scrolls is really picking up. Can't wait. The new stuff for Elder Scrolls, Call to Arms, is really cool. They finally released straight out the gates. There's 3 new factions coming for the new chapter, which will be including College of Winterhold, Thieves Guild, and the Thalmor. And we know we've got named characters for the Draugr coming, so we'll have like Red Eagle and all that coming for the Draugr. If you're familiar with Skyrim, you sort of know them. So yeah, we're just getting a wash down on all the base stuff on these, and then that'll finish this all up. Then we can start some work on these Elder Scrolls minis I've got to finish here. A few boxes of Elder Scrolls to finish. I know I've got some more stuff coming for it. I got some more adversaries to change up the adversaries we've been playing with in our games. So we'll have things like Spriggans, which will be really fun coming. We've got the vampires and the bandits all to change up like the adversaries we regularly play. No worries, Kieran. Thank you very much for popping by. Huh. All right. All the tyrannies that need a bit of basement. See how long we stream for. We might come back to them and actually finish them. We'll be getting the mud down and then starting to. Then I'll have to wait for the mud to dry, and then it will be getting all the dry brushing and stuff done on them. That is that. All right, so we're going to work on Pantia. We're going to work on Pantia Atena. She is one of the members of the Bards College from Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. So we started putting out some base colors a while ago, just sort of figuring out what I want to do with her. But, yeah, going to go for a really light sort of leather color on her with some dark furs and dark little trimmings. I'm just going to have quick checks of a source piece. So she's got like a brown. So this is the lady we are doing a model of. See here. She's got like a tan colored shirt, a little darker, light sort of leather, and then brown, and then she's blonde. So cool. Can work with that. All right, so just looking for the colors I want. Sandry dust, but a Acadian flesh tone, and we'll probably go with some Steel Legion Drab if I can find it. Probably go Morn for one thing I'll probably highlight, so we'll probably need Rhinox hide at some point. That fur. Browns in here. Right, that's a finished Sandry dust. Do we actually have any Sandry dust? This would be really helpful if we do. That's 2 pots of Sandry dust that are dead. Oh dear. Well, there's the shabby bone I want later. Turn times to charm. Ooh, this Sandry dust sounds like we've got paint in here. Hey, we have paint. Alex Gilmore, hey mate, how are we? If you're watching, don't forget to drop a like on stream. We are currently painting some Elder Scrolls Call to Arms minis. Currently painting Pantia Atena, the bard from the college. Dasmal, hello, how are we? Hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you very much for jumping on. Colorblind Magic, hi mate. Thank you very much for popping on while you can. Appreciated all the support. Don't forget, while you're on, to drop a like on the video. Helps more people come find us and chat with us and hobby. And if you are a YouTube member, like I know some people in the chat are, you will get the cool little emotes you can use for the channel chat, which is awesome. And you go a long way to help support the channel. So give me a sec. You get the cool little channel. Thank you very much, Dustin. And so, yeah, we're painting some Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. I just finished doing the wash on the little like base bits on all my Tyranids from Leviathan, and now we're just working on some Elder Scrolls Call to Arms minis while we wait for that to dry. So I've got Pantea Italia, the Bards. If you played Skyrim, she's the lady from the Bards College whose flute you have to go find. That's more. Thank you very much, mate. Dude, take it at whatever like speed you want to do it at. Skaven. So Skaven are really interesting in that they've opened up in the current book a lot more freedom on how you can play the army. Skaven very much is what we would describe as a power pick, power pairs. So what that means is generally you will have units that tie together, whether it's actual pairs or it's more like 2 or 3 units or 4 units that go together. Skaven fundamentally work like that. They work as these little combos together with chaff to protect your combo pieces. So you generally have like clan rats and stuff like that that'll protect you and provide screens for your little combinations of, say, a warlock engineer and a cannon next to it, or a packmaster and some rat ogres, all that sort of stuff. So Skaven, it's all about those little combos. So if you're getting started with Skaven, I would strongly recommend probably grabbing a box of clan rats and a power pair to get you started. So whether that power pair is, look at like the specialist units, look at all the monsters, look at all the war machines, look at the plague stuff or the Eshin stuff, look at those, see one of those pairs of stuff you like, whether it's an assassin and some gutter runners, or slink and all that, or rat ogres and the packmaster, or warlock, arch warlock and some storm fiends. Grab that pair, some clan rats, and maybe something like a Grey Seer, and you probably got yourself a good starting point for a force of Skaven there. And yet, rumors are, I think it's a bit less than rumors. I think it's a bit wishful thinking from one particular man. I wouldn't say it's rumors. I would say it's very wishful thinking. And Hades, hello, mate. And to answer your question, what do you think of the new handgun replacement? Absolutely love them. They remind me so much of Baranzigo's Besiegers from Warhammer Fantasy, one of the regiments of renown with the big paves and the handguns. I love the guns on sticks. It is very, I don't know, correct, I think, for how like the Dawnbringers would go about it. You know, they wouldn't have like these things are going out all the time to try and create stuff. And so I don't think they'd have necessarily always the ability to have full metal muskets and stuff like that. It's really cool. I like it. I'm really digging all the Cities of Sigmar stuff. I think it's giving the faction its own unique look, which is cool. It's no longer just old world stuff in Age of Sigmar. Either way, I'm not really too fussed about all the semantics of it, to be honest. I think the models are cool. Yeah, I really do dig the new aesthetic. I think it looks like very pilgrimy, which is cool. It's making them look like their own unique thing. They're no longer just. I don't know. I love the ogre with the dude on top. I think that's amazing. Manticore is without a doubt absolutely awesome. I really think like they nailed something too. I love that she has the different options for the weapons as well, and that each of those weapons has a story that goes with it. I don't think they look like they fit into Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Now, Warhammer Fantasy Battle was literally the pantaloons and stuff. Was Roman Empire. Warhammer Fantasy Battle was Roman. The Empire was the Roman Empire, just not the one that everyone thinks of when they think Roman Empire. This is the one that came much later. I love the lady on the Manticore. I think she's an awesome model. Thoughts on Epic? Like I like the idea of a small scale game. But I will say I'm probably disappointed that Epic is 30k rather than 40k. I think 40k would have been cooler with seeing like smaller models for like all the alien Gribblies and stuff like that. It looks like it's a really well thought out game, and I'll see what the gameplay is like. That'll be my sort of indecision on whether I truly get into it. But for me, it's like it's not doing anything I wouldn't want to have. Like I can see myself just playing Legions Imperialis just to play Titan games and not actually use anything but Knights and Titans in it. So literally use it just to play Adeptus Titanicus effectively. Yeah, I can see that, Hades, and I don't know whether I hate that. I like the idea. I mean, I loved Britannia back in the day. I think that's probably a key part of it though, Hades, is that the ones in Cursed City were nobility that existed for thousands of years. They're really pushing more the Dawnbringer part of this. Like, these are crusaders, these are zealots, these aren't regular city folk. These aren't the army. I don't think they're not designing the armies that would be defending the cities. They're designing the armies that are going out to build new cities to claim the realms for Sigmar. Yeah, but even the Cavaliers, like those Cavaliers that will join, you'll have a mix of nobility. Not all the nobility would join. That's silly. You have the Cavaliers are more the nobles who want to make their own claim. They won't be like the highest ranking nobles. Highest ranking nobles, why would they go out on campaign? They already got all their stuff. And this would be nobles that are like that next rung down, trying to prove themselves, and trying to be the upper echelons of nobility. Yeah. I mean, it's maybe not for you then, mate. Like, yeah, I mean. Yeah, she's coming along nicely. Pantia. Really, really dig the Mini. Such a cool model. Um, some Shabty Bones. You start her hair because she's blonde. So this is Pantia. This is. Sorry about the light flash, but this is Pantia Atena. She is one of the bards from the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. If you played Skyrim, she is the lady that you have to go grab her flute. And so there's actually quests in the game where you can actually play through that quest line of collecting her flute. So I'm going to paint her up, and we're going to look to do the finding her flute quest with her, which will be fun. A lot of I really do dig it. A lot of little solo play campaigns they've got for the game involve characters, so you can play out the quests that you would play in the game, which is really fun. I got her, and then I've got some other ones. So I've got Mjol the Lioness, another one people will recognize. There's not a high elf with glass armor, but if you did watch our last one, they have announced an entire Dragonborn set coming out, and there is a glass armor, glass bow archer in there that I think, though, is a wood elf. But if it's a wood elf, you could quite easily make it a high elf. But yeah, the idea is there's like a Dragonborn set, so there will be there's a community made character called a Dragonborn Thune Weaver, which is very much like a Dragonborn if they join the Greybeard. Yeah, exactly, a head swap. A Dragonborn if they join the Greybeards was effectively the idea behind these community characters. And then they've got 3 Dragonborn that are generic. They've got an Orc Barbarian, an Orc in heavy armor with a Great Axe Dragonborn. They've got the Glass Bow, Glass Armor Archer Dragonborn, and then they have a Breton Fire Mage. But then also in the box, we're going to get our first 2 of the Daedric artifacts, and we've got Dragonborn Champion of Boethia with the Ebony Mace, and Dragonborn Champion of Mehrunes Dagon with Mehrunes Razor in the set. So first couple of Daedric artifacts coming to the game as well. And then obviously we've got Thalmor, Thieves Guild, College Winterhold all coming out soon. We have Sabercats coming. We have a bunch of the name Draugr coming this chapter, so we've got like characters like Red Eagle and Jurgen Windcaller. And what's the other one? Yeah, all the other ones. So you've got all like the names sort of Draugr. There's 6 of them coming. And then there's the other one. I don't think it's Red Eagle. It's the other one, the one where you have to go like fight the 3 and they all sort of lead up to the thing. And then we've also got Draugr Scourges coming as well. So far, that's what we know. And a 2-player starter set coming out with Imperials and Stormcloaks on 2 sides. So if you're looking to get in, it's a pretty good time. Nice, yeah. I'm really interested in Thalmor. I think it'll be fun to play. From what I've seen and heard, I think they're quite interesting. And it would be cool because there's a dual character in the College of Winterhold. You can have Cat and Selmo. The Thalmor from the College of Winterhold can also obviously be played in a Thalmor force as well, which is really fun. And we've now technically got all of our Nightingales. We don't have the Nightingale profiles for Carlia and Brynjolf. Almost forgot his name then. We'll have new models for Carlia and Brynjolf, which will be fun. If you're joining us, let us know what hobby you're working on, what you've been up to hobby-wise. Love to hear from everyone in the comments. We do have a couple more factions coming for the channel as well, which will also serve as some brand new adversaries for us as well. We've got both the bandits and the vampires coming, and then I've also picked up Spriggans as well for some nice cool adversaries. I'm going to finish I've got to build and paint my Flame Atronachs as well. I've got them sitting there. It's a matter of finding my dried bark wherever I put that. bit of a bullet. Dry back. Alright. So, start getting the base done. So, like a nice, like carved Nordic wooden floor, so it'd be really easy to get this base sort of up and looking quite spiffy with relative ease. Yeah, I'll be quite excited. I think they're still missing one model I like. They've got Sven. Give me Feindor. I want my starting buddy. Feindor is one of two characters that I regularly use in the games as my companion because he's a nice stealth archer to go along with me, and we're Bulldog buddies. My other one is normally Janessa, who does have a model. I've got her sitting just here as well, waiting to be painted. Hey, mate, how are we? Hope we're doing well. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, nice. Working on some Flame Berserkers. Awesome. I should have the information for our Conquest Slow Grow on the local groups soon, so we see that, and I cannot wait to get going on it. I've got my old Dominion already. Oh, well, I've got them all built. Oh, actually, no, that's even a lie too. I haven't got them all built. Just finished Tempered Sorcerer and the Infernal Automated. Nice. Yeah, I'll be doing Old Dominion for it. Can't wait. I've got my Fallen Divinity, which will be leading my force. It'll be a ton of fun. Looking forward to getting to paint that. Currently painting some Elder Scrolls Call to Arms minis. So I've got Pantia, Atenia. Yeah. Oh, nice. That'll be cool, man. For those who don't know what the mini is, I know, he's stuck away in the box. Nice. Massive paint session. Awesome. Just currently finishing off my Tyranids from Indom. Just put the wash down on the bases tonight, so just did the washes and all the basing stuff, so I'm waiting for that to dry before I dry brush all of that, and then we slap some basing material on. Rumor Engine. Give me a sec. Let's have a look. I haven't seen what it is. I haven't even looked it up yet. Oh, okay. That is a vampire on a stick. I'm going to go that's something from the Cities of Sigmar. That or yeah, actually no, because that's a Chaos Point star behind him. That's a Chaos star behind him. That's got 8 points. You look at it, that's 8 points. So that's something Chaos with a vampire on it. What could that be? And yeah, this is the new Screamer Killer card effect. So if you remember way back in the day, the old Screamer Killer, this is the redesigned version of the Screamer Killer, the all combat all the time Carnifex monstrosity. Yeah, and it still has its guts. That's what pushes me off cities again as well. It's Chaos Star behind it in those things. I'm going to say that's something chaosy. Cold by Magic, how's the weather? It is raining non-stop here. It is cold and dreary and horrible. Hate it. Fam is another one of my locals, and yeah, he'll agree. It's just raining all the time. Horrible weather at the moment down here in South Australia. Right, so we can wait for Pantia to finish drying all her base coats because she just needs a wash and a bunch of stuff now. But what we might do is we might actually go over to our Dragonborn who is awaiting layers. So this is the Steadfast Dragonborn, one of the second sort of Dragonborn. This is a more defensive built Dragonborn than the one we currently have on the channel, which is Dragonborn Champion of Skyrim. This one is a bit more expensive as well, but yeah, much more defensive focused. It's the sort of like cold and wet where you don't see it being, you don't even realize it's nighttime because it's just dark all day at the moment. But yeah, so we're currently now going to work on this dude. While we wait for Pantia to have a base coats dry, and we'll slap a wash on her when she's done. I found some new brushes I really dig. So these are wolf bristle brushes. Not actual wolf bristle, but the name is wolf bristle brushes from Chronicle Cards and RPGs. I really dig their brushes. They're an Australian company. Strongly recommend grabbing them out. You can pick them up from Gap Games, and you can use our affiliate link down in the comments to grab them from Gap Games as well. Which really does give you a decent amount here. I think these are really great brushes. Been using them now. We got a set from them at Comic-Con, and quite nice brushes. Do you recommend? So slowly just going to get all this leather done. Oh, that is stuck there. So I'm just going to do a quick little dry brush on this guy to bring his shield back up to nice and shinies. Alright, so now we're going to go with some Baneblade Brown to start picking out all the strapping all over the model. I'm going to go with a really smaller brush than this one. They are really great, man. I really dig the minis. The game is a ton of fun as well. I'm currently painting up the Dragonborn, or one of the Dragonborn models they've got available. So yeah, just working on all this. I'm not sure if you can see it. There is so much strapping around his leg. It's not funny. So we're highlighting all of it like a madman. Nice. Herald of Magma, 3 boxes of Hold It sounds like a pretty good little force there, man. Two exemplars. It's going to set you back a little bit. This is a problem with like all the character ones. They are really sweet models, but yeah, they are a little bit pricey. So I decided to go with two different furs on him. I've got like a white fur down the bottom or a white greyish fur. I'm going like a brownie fur just because they're like two furs right near each other. Don't want them to be the same. He's coming along enough now. Yeah, they are really, really good, man. Skirt rag brown. Robin, hello, mate. How are we? Nice. Oh, that'll be fun. I'm pretty happy with the Dragon Ball. I'm going to start on the base. Oh, nice, man. No worries, mate. Have a good night. No worries, everyone. Thank you for coming and joining us. What is the time? It is 10:30. So I am going to have to head off as well, as it is my bedtime soon as well. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for coming and hanging out and chatting with us tonight. It's been real good getting back at to it, and we should be back tomorrow night or maybe the night after for another one. We'll get a regular schedule of these happening for everyone, and yeah, be doing some hobby hangouts on the more regular. But thank you all for coming and watching, hanging out, chatting. We will be back again another time real soon. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well. And most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.